Hi guys, just looking for life here, back with another video. Today we're looking at a game again from Capablanca against Tarkower in 1924. And this game is just a really good showcase on how to play endgames. And let's just skim through all these. Starts off with the Dutch defense. I prefer like this Leningrad before putting this bishop, but okay. He puts this bishop on this diagonal, which is fine because he's kind of stepping away from this, but also just giving black the diagonal. Here, Tarkower trades everything like this and leaves white with double pawns. Now, this is like the best line you could go for white, cause you wouldn't want to take this, cause you end up with a fork, and if you take like this, take with the bishop. Yes, he has double e pawns, but he solved this problem with d5 and your knight getting attacked away. If you jump into here, you get kicked away, and you going back to d2 just falls into d5. And it also gives black the open rook f file, so going for double c pawns is not really a bad idea. Now, a4 is to prevent this queen a3 infiltration on the c3 pawn, and here Tarkov for some reason takes the knight, which I don't think is necessary at all. Like, you could just continue with c5. White doesn't want to take because this looks worse. It's basically waiting to take this and then playing something like knight c6, and sometimes maybe d5 with the rooks behind the c and d file. But this just bishop for knight, this just imposes too many light square weakness. Although your pawns are on the light squares, these pawns are on dark squares, and your fianchetto bishop is strong, and you normally don't want to trade it off for a knight that easily. But this is fine. Knight c6, going for the open b file, Capablanca. Here, a queen maneuver, but maybe this was better, but here it's pinning this pawn because it's imposing a main threat, and it also moves away from the rook. Here, f3, but now the e pawn is a backward pawn, and normally you don't want to make these, you don't want to commit these pawn moves because a backward pawn is a very easy target. Here the rook goes back to the e file, eyeing on the queen. Therefore, Tarkower steps away, and now e4, but just takes. And what was this pawn push? You could play g3 because your bishop is on the light square, and this just solves the problem of backward pawn. Queen takes, rook takes was slightly better, but queen takes sets up this battery, which Tarkower, it's fine to play these moves because white has a light square bishop. You want to play the same. You want to place your pawns on the same color as the opponent's bishop because it limits the movement of the opponent's bishop, which in this case Capablanca's bishop is just eyeing on this pawn chain, little pawn chain, and it's just, it doesn't pose any use right now, but therefore its only plays maybe on the queen side, and because these pawns are still on a dark square, so these pawn pushes are fine if the opponent doesn't have any dark square bishop. And even in this position, white doesn't even have a knight, because knights can go to different color complexes and hop maybe into these weaknesses, but white doesn't even have a knight, so this pawn push is fine. See g3 supporting the f4 pawn. Here h4 just putting another backward pawn weakness, but for some reason it's called the best move. Yeah, cause this sets up later on the kingside majority. Here Tartakower solves Capablanca's double C pawn problems. Maybe he was running out of moves, but in this position you could have just played even. I'm looking at, yeah, knight takes c4 and then d5. Here d takes, and you're left with a isolated pawn, but things are still fine after you play h5 because there's no more kingside play anymore. But here Capablanca precisely trades off everything, because now he gets a kingside majority, and this proves how a bishop is stronger than a knight, because knight is a sideboard, and you need to defend this 3-on-2, but your knight is on this side of the board, and takes, rook h1, open file. And then here just g4 and casually sacking this, because here 2-on-0, bishop and rook is just very strong. Knight c4, trying to get the knight back into defense, but this was wrong. You had to go knight d1, because now everything is protected. You can take this c3 pawn with the knight instead of the rook, because this loses. But like, yeah, this just moves away, and it's even threatening rook takes. But after king e2, you're in slight trouble. So still just knight takes c3, and your king, although it's boxed out in the back rank, but you could just shuffle here and white has no play. But instead, after knight f5, because now your knight is in the play right here, just blocking everything. You take, and now your whole idea is to sacrifice all your pawns, because then your king gets into a very nice position. Even ignoring this pawn, because going to f6 poses mating threats, and this combination, you need to remember this combination. It's very strong in the endgame, and you're just winning every pawn possible. You won back your 2 pawns, check, can't take because after takes on d5, and just king d6, king d7, and your pawn promotes, because here's a 2-on-1, but this is a 1-on-0, right? It's always faster. Takes another pawn and then another pawn. Like, you give up give up 2 pawns in exchange for a very active king posing mating threats and promoting threats with this pawn, this rook. And this just proves in which position? Let me see. In this position, this just proves this open file, and maybe you had to play rook f7, but no, you can't play rook f7. So therefore, this proves like Capablanca's precise trades allows his rook to go into an active 7th rank to cut off the king, allows him to do all this with his king and his rook and pawn, and you sack 2 pawns for 4 pawns, and here Tarkoa resigned because pawn's coming and you can't stop it, and this pawn's gonna fall because you don't have counterplay because your rook has to go back and stuff here. And after take, just slowly but surely coming here and promoting your pawn, and yeah, Capablanca wins this game against Tartakower with a very instructive endgame, piece trading, piece activity, king activity, and yeah, I hope you learned something from today. Like and subscribe for more chess content, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.